Full of greatness, pigment, melanin, courageous, genderqueer to spirit trends, elevate us across the
Beautiful beings, bienvenido. My first name is Kuwa Jasiri, and I am the founding steward of Authentic Creations, Artistic Apothecary. I want to take a moment to pause in the sunshine, in the radiance, in the life, and the fire of the sun. Sun-kissed melanin. In this video, I want to go in on journaling our dreams. So there's a few ways to do this. In general, you can journal whatever your dream was, just as a way to get it out of your body. I find that if I have a overly emotional dream or a dream that brings on a lot of emotions, if I journal about it in the night, I can then go back to sleep. And so I find that really helpful. I also analyze my dreams, so I may or may not write them down fully, but upon waking, I pull 3 aspects from the dream that I want to go in on, learn more about the messages. I like to do 3 because dreams are reoccurring, dreams are reoccurring in different ways. You can have a full dream again. You can have a dream that you can go into and kind of change things as you dream. And also, you can just have pieces of dreams in other dreams. So if you pull out 3 aspects, it's a great place to start and get some clarity around what the messages in your dream are. And also to notice that reoccurring patterns. So I have a dream journal that I write in little pieces. So last night I had a pretty benign dream, but when I did wake up, I remembered it, and it is a reoccurring dream, and so I like to analyze reoccurring dreams because usually they're going to reoccur until you address them directly. So I pulled out 3 aspects: a contaminated river that's neon green, tall men, and a school field trip. And so I just use a search engine and put in dreaming about, or what does it mean to dream about, or something like that. And so one thing to know is, how do you want, where do you want to get your analysis from, right? There's religious ways, religious holy texts where people pull out their wisdom from, or you can get it from someone who's really into astrology or the cosmos, and then there's kind of just a spiritual aspect. So those are the 3 main focal groups where you can get your interpretation from. So be aware of that and kind of know which one you want, or you might get funneled unintentionally into one. So let's go in. So that's what I pulled out, and my search engine, start page, Ecosia, tour, all great places. So the contaminated water was a river. So I actually did toxic river, and then that came up with emotional blocks, health demanding events. And so I then did the neon green, what does it mean to dream about the color neon green? And I linked those up with these. So it says personal goals. So I put my emotional blocks, needing some personal goals to get through. And then for the color green also came up social precautions. So health demanding events, with social precautions. So sometimes I do that, like a 2-part piece, because looking up like toxic river that's green, colors and bodies of water have different meanings. It's rare to find a grouped up one. And even with tall men, I ended up just going with like tall features. So tallness, just dreaming of tallness. And I think the men came up with ambition. So I put the tall and the men separately. So that'll happen too. When you're researching, you'll realize maybe you need to pull apart some things a little more. So tall came up with unfulfilled desires and dreams. And so then the men is like ambition. So I can put that like unfulfilled desires and dreams around like my ambitions. So the school trip yielded, I think I put in school field trip is like what the search results yielded. Seeking truth and an increase in personal status. And what I think this dream is alluding to is, one, I'm getting back out in the community, like not necessarily post-COVID, but since COVID happened, I've done like my first kind of in-community solidarity things. I went to the International Women's March, and that was great, but it was also just a lot. And going from like living at my home primarily, going to the grocery store once a month, and walking around the neighborhood, I do very little. So I think it's just like getting back out in the community safely. And then that also like lets me be ambitious and fulfill some of my personal goals that I'm really excited about, and are social. I have social goals that I have not been working on. So I think that is like a brief how to analyze your dreams. As always, we value you. You can find us and join our efforts. And for all of you who are a part of our family and our network, we are so, so grateful for you.